starter does not shut off and come back on. It stays on. There's a little bit of a delay in here when you turn the move, depending on how much you use. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to shut all the water off to the system. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the jam nut off that goes on the coil. All right, this is Tom from Tom's Way. Today we're going to take a look at repairing a Walters valve. They come from 1/2 inch up to 1 inch. They all pretty well repair the same, so we're going to do a 1 inch. That way you can see better what I'm doing. All right, the first thing we're going to do is you're going to get 11/32 nut driver or socket and a flathead screwdriver. You have to take this apart, so you're going to take every one of these little nuts off. Now I say the flathead screwdriver because a lot of times when you take these apart, the screw on the back, it'll turn and it's just a flathead screw head. But I'm getting lucky. They're all coming loose without turning on the back. Okay, once you have them all off, you're just going to pop it apart. Watch the spring so you don't lose it. Here's a diaphragm you're going to replace. Now I normally don't take all the screws out of it. I just take out enough so I can get a bite on it and pull it up. As you're pulling it, they're going to fall out. You can't help it. Okay, here's the diaphragm. This is 99% of the time what goes wrong with it. And here's the replacement diaphragm. See, this one's just a little bit wore. It hasn't been used a lot. But you know, when you go to put this back together, again, it's just a simple matter of taking this back down, making sure you have it the right way up. Check that little insert right there. And make sure it's not all plugged up and full of, same with that hole, make sure it's not plugged up. Just very simply put it back on and run a screw up through it. Now what I normally do is I'll put one in it to line it up, put a nut on it gently, and then just spin it to line the rest of them up. Get 2 of the nuts on it. Don't tighten them. Just get them on so it holds it in place. Okay, after you have them all in and everything's in place, go around and snug them all up. Do yourself a favor when you're doing this, make sure that you get them all, because if you don't, wherever you don't, it's going to leak. Okay, we just put the diaphragm inside there. Now the only other thing that could possibly go wrong with this would be if the pilot valve's bad on it. This is a pilot valve assembly. What this does is actually activate it, turn it on and turn it off. Now if it will not turn on, it will not turn off completely, and the diaphragm is good, the pilot valve is bad. It's very simple. If it'll come loose. And it did. Take it out. Do not lose the spring. Keep the spring in it. Take the new pilot valve and just screw it in. Now whatever you're doing when you're putting this new pilot valve in it, you have to make sure that the pilot valve is facing with the discharge so it doesn't fly all over. It has to blow into the tank. We just rebuilt a 1 inch Walters valve. Now all the parts for this are accessible through Kleen-Rite. 11/32 nut driver, Phillips screwdriver, and a regular screwdriver, and an adjustable wrench. That's all it's going to take, and then you're done. Thank you very much.